labor supply curve. Basically, I've put together a graph that shows the hourly rate along with the hours per week that are worked. So as you can see, I've plotted out $8 per hour, 20 hours a week, $9 per hour, 30 hours a week, $10 an hour at 40 hours per week, $11 per hour at 50 hours, $12 an hour at 55 hours, and if somebody's working 60 hours a week, they're making $13 an hour. Now, the reason that this, and what this graph is showing, is the amount of hours per week worked along with the hourly salary, what your incentive is. Now, once you get to a top part of your pay and your income, you see a $14 per hour wage. Your hours worked start to go backwards. So this, for example, this chart, this graph is showing $14 per hour at 55 hours per week. Now you could also say the same for the next hourly rate at the top of the scale. $15 per hour is down to 50 hours per week. Now the reason that the labor supply curve is important for a couple of different reasons. First, I want to define what income is. Your income is something that can be measured weekly, monthly, annually, that type of thing. It's the amount of money or the compensation that you're receiving that can be measured over that amount of time. Wealth, on the other hand, is something that generally measures assets, investments, that type of things. Things that could be accumulated over a long period of time that could be measured at any point in time and show your wealth. These two things go hand in hand, but they're not the same. Somebody could be very, very wealthy with no income, no money coming in, no cash flow. Or on the other side of it, somebody could have a large income but not show any wealth. For example, a professional basketball player, baseball player, they have a very nice salary, a huge income. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're wealthy. On the other hand, somebody that is retired could show a lot of wealth and have zero income. The only money that they're gaining is from their investments, interest, that type of thing. Now, the important part that we need to understand with this, and what this shows, is, for example, musicians. As they're going through and they're not making as much money, they're working as much possible, as much opportunity as they can have, they're going to work as much as they can. Then it starts to turn backwards the more money that they make. The reason is because they want to be able to spend the money somewhere, spend their time with their families, that type of thing. So the incentives change. So basically, with the incentives changing, that could also be said as far as a college student. Somebody that has great wealth through family funds, they could have great scholarships that keeps them from having to work as many hours. So a lot of times they'll take lower paying jobs at less hours. And that is what I've put together for an example. And hopefully you have a better understanding of what the labor supply curve is all about and what it represents. Thank you.